Welcome back to Read This Book. I'm Lisa Von Drasek. I am the curator of the Children's Literature Research Collections of the University of Minnesota Archives and Special Collections. And my special guest today is Tim Johnson. And he has brought us, no surprise here, a little taste of Sherlock.
Yeah, and before we go, I'm going to introduce myself, Tim Johnson, E.W. McDiarmid, curator of the Sherlock Holmes collection.
So what he brought?
Oh, you know, something old, something new.
Okay.
Not borrowed or blue, but the first one is the old one, and it's a biography of Sherlock Holmes by William S. Baring-Gould. And Baring-Gould is a very interesting fellow. He did a 2-volume annotated Sherlock Holmes, which has been kind of the benchmark for years until Les Klinger came along and did his 3-volume annotated. But Baring-Gould was a University of Minnesota graduate, business school, went on to work for Time Incorporated, and along the way met up with some of the Baker Street irregulars, was very interested in chronology. So the first kind of foray he made into the Sherlockian world was to do a chronology of all the stories in terms of when they would have happened based on the internal evidence of the stories
because
themselves.
most of them are short stories, and it's as told to Dr. Watson. He's telling the story
Dr.
about.
Watson is telling the story.
And so the publication date is not necessarily
when it happened.
The time of the incident.
Yes, because
and so this gives you.
So chronology is one of those kind of subspecialties in the Sherlockian world that people did. And so then from the chronology, he decided to do a fuller blown biography, which for him was entering into the game.
I see. So when we talk about, you often say that
Sherlock Holmes is a real person.
Sherlock Holmes is a real person as evidenced by, was it the Encyclopedia Britannica?
Encyclopedia Britannica used 2 different typefaces. The one that they used for real people, they used for Sherlock Holmes.
And if I was reading this, this is a scholar's point of view, a biographical
treatment.
Thank you. I didn't want to say a fictional genre.
It's a biographical treatment of Sherlock Holmes.
From birth
to, well, you know, he's still alive, in his retirement, keeping bees.
So this volume's from your collection.
It's from the collection.
And it was from 1962 Soho Press.
Right. There's that's the English edition. There was also an American edition. I know for a fact that you can still find used copies of that, probably through your favorite bookstore or online.
So if you want to learn it, we need to move on. What's next?
So, you know, I bring uncorrected proofs along sometimes. This actually has been out in print now for a couple of years, but I had the proof. This is The Whole Art of Detection, Lost Mysteries of Sherlock Holmes by Lindsay Faye. And I haven't really talked much about Lindsay before.
No, I don't think I've heard.
I love her writing. She's got, I think, over half a dozen, 8, 9. I mean, she's been a very prolific and award-winning author. This one is a collection of short stories. I mean, for me, the fun part of getting to know Lindsay a little bit is her introduction to Sherlock Holmes was her father and her uncle giving her a copy of the stories when she was very young, and she just became smitten with Holmes. And she's a lovely author. I don't know how she does what she does, because
she inhabits the world.
She does. And
is Sherlock Holmes a character?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like professional fan fiction.
It's like, okay, let's do another Sherlock Holmes story outside of the canonical 60 that Doyle wrote.
Which is a huge market out there. Many people are doing it. We have the TV shows, but we also have Lindsay's work.
Right.
I'm going to take that away from
Yep.
you because
All
I
right.
see one more.
This is just kind of a brief shout out. This is Medical Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson and Dr. Vernier by Carl Heifetz.
Who's Dr.
Well,
Werner?
It's more of a shout out, not so much about this book, but who produces it. MX Publishing in London does a lot of new Sherlockian publications, and they're often shorter pieces like this. Some of them are fictional, some of them are more exploring the world of Holmes. But I brought this one along mainly to just give a shout out for MX Publishing and all the different things that they do. I haven't read this one yet myself.
So you're this is one you're looking for. It's on the pile.
This is, it is. It's on the pile, just like one of Lindsay's other books is on the pile.
Thank you, sir.
It's elementary.
And that is another very special episode of Read This Book.